to take a step out, get some air now, let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now, got me bummed out. You baby, baby, baby. Driving on my empty mind, shit. I try to keep from losing the best of me. I worry that I wasted.
Hey, today we're testing out more hair for the human hair boho braids. I was sent this hair from YGwigs. They sent me 3 bundles of a 20-inch in a pattern of loose wave. I was excited for this hair because it's the first time that I'm actually doing blonde braids. I had a lot of clients in the past ask me where can I get good blonde hair, and it was really hard for me to find it because I'm an Amazon girly. And for the color 613, it was just literally impossible to find anything that wasn't a straight or a body wave. I even tried to watch a couple of YouTube videos to find out where's good blonde hair, and it was really hard to find still. The hair that was sent to me is double drawn, so it is full from the root all the way down to the tip of the hair. And when I was doing my clients' boho braids, it literally had no small hairs. The one thing that I'm always nervous about when it comes to colored hair, especially 613 hair, is it going to be dry? Is it going to feel dry and rough and coarse? But this hair literally feels like 1B hair. It feels so good and soft, and the hair has like a nice shine to it. Especially when I sprayed this hair down with water, it felt like butter, like it was so smooth. And that is new to me when it comes to colored hair, because I bought this other hair from Amazon, which it is like beautiful, but I did have problems with it being dry. And of course it's a different curl pattern, so it is a little bit more hard to maintain. But compared to how this hair feels, it is like, whoa, I didn't even know colored hair can feel this amazing. This hair is bouquet hair, so it is meant for any type of braids, lock, twists. It's already off the track, so you don't have to worry about cutting the track as you go along and do your braid style. For this hair to be 20 inches, it came down really low. I wish I had my measuring tape on me, but I'm 5'6", and the hair hit to my lower back. In this clip, I'm just spraying the hair down with a lot of water just to see how the hair curls up. And the hair does go into a really loose wave, which is really cute. That's what the hair is advertised as. If you did want to get more curl definition, you can always scrunch up the hair when you're styling your curls after you put in your mousse or your leave-in conditioner. You can grab your diffuser or just continue to scrunch. And this is how the hair looks. This is it when it was dry and after it was wet down and dried with a diffuser. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you guys how the hair looks when you put purple shampoo on it, and also how it looks when you dye it. This hair is a 613, but I feel like it has a slight 27 color in it. So for my braiding hair, I use 613 solid with a little bit of a 613-27 mixed braiding hair. Here is a short tutorial of how I did my client's hair. So for the front of her hair, she is getting 7 rows on each side. Like if you part your hair ear to ear and then you part your hair in the middle, you will have 7 rows on each side from the middle. For this back section, I am going to part 3 rows below her ear, and this is how the 3 rows are going to go. How I'm doing this one braid right here. I have started her hair off with a knotless braid. I have stitched 1 to 2 times and I started adding in 1 strand, stitched again, added in my 2nd strand, stitched again, and added in my 3rd strand. Normally when I'm getting to the end of my client's hair, I like to put a little product on my finger as I get past the hair so it can smooth into the braid. Then I'm just going to braid down all the way. For my first 3 rows, I'm not going to add any curl throughout the braid, only a curl at the bottom of the braid. And since the curl is already 20 inches, the braid itself does not have to be extremely long. So I cut it down into like a really short mid-back braid. After I do that, I can attach my human hair to the braid. And when I attach it to the braid, I make sure that I have a little bit on the other side of the human hair to braid into my braid so it's secure and it doesn't just slip out when I'm braiding. You braid it till you get to a good point, which is about 2 inches after you add in the human hair. Then you're going to take a little piece from the human hair and wrap that little strand around the braid for a couple of times, tie it in a knot a couple of times, and then grab your crochet needle and stick your crochet needle through the braid. Take that little piece and put the little piece through the braid. This is going to secure your human hair and make sure that it does not slip out. And you guys, these braids are really secure when you do it this way. You don't have to worry about that knot slipping down at all because you're crocheting it in the braid. Then you take your scissors and you cut any flyaways from the braid. And that's what I did for the first 3 rows in the back. So that is 1 braid out of a million. Once I get past my 3 rows and I start to work more on the top part of my back section, that's when I start to add in 2 to 3 curls to my braids just so it can fill out a little bit more. So here's my first curl and I put it in right away. And then I add in my braiding hair, which that is my second strand of braiding hair, and I just continue to braid down. And then I'm going to add in another strand of braiding hair, which is my third strand of braiding hair, and then I add another curl. This section of my client's hair was a little bit thicker, so as I got to the ends of her natural hair, I had to add in another strand of braiding hair just so I can keep the same consistency in the braid as I braid down. So that's my 4th strand of braiding hair, and I'm going to continue to braid down, and then I'm going to add a 3rd curl to the braid. And then as I add it in, I'm going to continue to braid down, and then I'm going to add 1 last curl to the braid, which will be my 4th curl. And I'm just going to continue to do that for the rest of my braids at the top of my back section. For the front section, it's getting really filled in because we want it to look very full of curls. Lastly, I want to talk about how I put purple shampoo on this hair. This was my first time doing this ever, and so it was amazing to me how this was literally my first rinse and it changed colors so fast. I think I had the purple shampoo on the hair for like 2 minutes, and it's basically like a ash blonde when I did that. So I thought that was really cool how it just literally changed so fast. And then I did a second rinse with the purple shampoo, and I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but it did get lighter. It went to like a grayish color, which was really cute. But yeah, it got slightly lighter. There's one that's like an ash blonde, one that's like a lighter gray. And for the second rinse, I left it on for another 2 minutes. So here's the comparison for the 3 colors. There's the original 613, the one that I did 1 purple shampoo rinse on, one that I did 2 purple shampoo rinse on. And the one that I did the purple shampoo rinse on is still drying, so it's not as wavy as the one that's off to the side. I also colored a strand of the 613 hair, and it colored really well. This was my first time actually doing a color like this. And I just used the Adore hair dye, and I put a little bit on the strand, and I waited 15 minutes, and this is the results from that. And it's still wavy, so that is cool if you want to have a custom color that you colored yourself and still have that wave there. So overall, I rate this hair a 10 out of 10. It has exceeded my expectations for colored hair, and I'm really trying to think, is there any cons to this hair? Not really. I haven't found any yet. But I'll see how my client likes it as she wears it. It's only been a week so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's more to come on colored hair and also different styles with human hair. So stay tuned, subscribe, and see you later.